Welcome everybody, and today we will discuss the first class of AP Economy module which we are starting today, and this class will be open for all so that people will get some idea on how to prepare, what are the things for what are the things to look for, and this in a way also like a demo kind of thing. Okay, so but every day class will be for 1 hour, right? And we have about 30 hours class, which will be spread over 20 days. Time will be increased after we go a bit deep into the syllabus. And class timing will be at 7 a.m. every day from tomorrow. And okay, you can always reach out to me for other details or additional clarifications or any notes or whatever. So friends, let's begin. And tomorrow onwards, it will not be on YouTube. Those who are interested, we request you to get into touch with me to get access on my portal website www.drsridharias.com. So anyway, friends, let's move on to the syllabus. AP economy, as I said in the demos class also I have given that AP economy constitutes a very important segment, and in the 150 marks you almost have half of the syllabus for AP economy. Friends, it is very much important to get insights into the syllabus and what kind of questions that will be asked. So we are beginning unit 1 today, which is actually resource mobilization in Andhra Pradesh, which is 3 in the syllabus. But this is AP economy module, so we are doing it as 1. And of course, today I also want to talk a bit in sometimes in Telugu, though without any loss to English medium people, so that will also be useful for some Telugu medium students to get some perspective. But class will be in English medium. If those who want to, those Telugu medium students, if you want to attend or join the batch, I will help them out after the class in some of the terms and others. But this is to begin with, it's an English medium class. Okay. So, friends, let us see unit 1 as per the syllabus, and of course, that is the unit 3 in the main syllabus. I will show you, I will share the screen. So, I hope you are able to see this. Friends, in the AP economy, the first syllabus is of course the most important aspect, that is budgetary resources, as well as the resource mobilization. Resources we mean here ప్రధానంగా ఆదాయ వనరులు అని మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. బడ్జెట్కి అవసరమైనటువంటి ఆదాయ వనరులు అని. సో బేసికల్లీ we have a lot of problem in we means Andhra Pradesh has a lot of problem in resurrecting itself from the burden of the state bifurcation in 2014 and loss of revenue and all those problems which we will see after some time. But generally, whenever you are asked on budget or any economic trends, you should at least give 3 years picture in the examination. Unless, see, you may get a question on what are the developments since bifurcation, since 2014-15, like that. For example, if you see 2017 paper, economy paper, there are questions like GAV or what we also call as GDP in different way. Both are different. We'll come to that later. So GVA or GAV, how AP's GDP has been growing from 2014-15 to 16-17. The 3 years period has been given. Like that, let us take 3 years into perspective. But after that, we will also see overall scenario for the last 6 years almost, 2014 onwards. So the first unit, which we are actually beginning today, reads like this: or resource mobilization in Andhra Pradesh. budgetary resources and constraints. So what are the ways for state government to get revenue? What are the sources of revenue, in other words? Source of revenue are nothing but budget revenue, budget resources. Here we have budget resources and off budget or extra budget resources also, which I will explain later. Then fulfillment of conditions of AP bifurcation. You know, what are the promises that the center had given when AP was bifurcated in 2014 as far as finances are concerned, financial help is concerned, and what are the things that are done and which have not been done. అంటే రాష్ట్ర విభజన సమయంలో ఆర్థిక పరంగా ఇచ్చినటువంటి, ఇది బడ్జెట్ రిసోర్సెస్ టాపిక్ కాబట్టి ఓన్లీ ఆర్థిక పరంగానే చూడాలి. ఆర్థిక పరంగా ఇచ్చినటువంటి వాగ్దానాలు ఏమిటి, వాటిని ఎంతవరకు నిలబెట్టుకున్నారు, ఎంతవరకు నిలబెట్టుకోలేదు, వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఏరియాస్ ఆఫ్ కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్, ఇప్పుడు విభేదాలు ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రధాన ఏరియాలు ఏమిటి అనేది. స్టేట్ పబ్లిక్ డెట్, ఏపీ ఈ పబ్లిక్ డెట్ రుణభారం రాష్ట్రం మీద చాలా ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? And projects of external assistance, very important. What are the external aid agencies that are giving, what are the, for example, JICA, World Bank and others are also, ADB, they are also giving lot of loans to AP. In the recent years, what has been the scenario, that also we'll have to see. Then physical resources. See, budget resources will also, in the non-tax revenue, we have mineral resources and other development. So, ఇవి కూడా ఆదాయ వనరులే, అంటే భౌతిక సంపద, ఖనిజ సంపద కానీ ఇతర వనరులు కానీ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటాయి అనేది. వాటర్ డిస్ప్యూట్స్, దిస్ ఈస్ గివెన్ ఇన్ ద యూనిట్ 3 with the neighboring states like that. That also we will see. Though it is not actually budgetary resources, I don't understand why they had put it here. Water because water is a resource in a way. Water is a resource for agriculture and all that. That is the reason the syllabus has given water resources here. But so from this unit law, what are the questions expected? Friends, this is my way of teaching, or our method of teaching, that we take the syllabus and one unit and see all n number of possible questions from that. So we will see that as well as concepts as well as questions. So it will give you a chance to mold the information into an answer. It is absolutely, we should be examination driven. There is absolutely no point in you getting from the best teacher who will speak for 10 hours without giving you how do you write an answer. Similarly, you might be reading a lot. మొత్తం అంతా చదివేసి కూడా ఎగ్జామ్లో 8 minutesలో ఏం రాయాలి అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఫ్రెండ్స్, వై coaching institutes in Delhi, sometimes I was teaching in Delhi also a few years back. Why coaching institutes in Delhi and others people rush there? Because they are very much focused. Here, generally what happens, focus is more on teaching, okay, but not also on writing and what is important in the examination. So this exercise will help all of you. ఈరోజు తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్పడానికి ఇదందరికీ ఓపెన్ చేయడానికి కారణం ఏమిటంటే, one is of course demo, you will know and you will see how useful these classes are for you. సెకండ్లీ ఏంటంటే అసలు ఎలా అప్రోచ్ అవ్వాలి సిలబస్ అనే దాని మీద. సో ఈ యూనిట్ లో వాట్ ఆర్ ద క్వశ్చన్స్ యూ కెన్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్? సో యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద బడ్జెటరీ రిసోర్సెస్ ఫర్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఛాలెంజ్ అండ్ కాన్స్ట్రెంట్స్, దట్ ఈస్ వన్ క్వశ్చన్ యూ కెన్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్. దెన్ యూ గో, దిస్ కెన్ బి ఫ్రేమ్డ్ డిఫరెంట్లీ. Discuss the trends in tax and non-tax revenues in Andhra Pradesh since bifurcation 2014. If generally we take 3 years, this can also go to 2014. Because there are only 6 years now, we should develop two perspectives. One is normal way of looking at 3 years perspective, the short term to medium term in economic terminology. But otherwise, since bifurcation is a landmark, you can also do that. Now, assess the state budget for 2021 and its likely impact on state development. Very standard question, expected question, but we need to analyze that properly. Evaluate the impact of state bifurcation on the budgetary resources of Andhra Pradesh. Friends, this we have to give a small twist here. While generally it is the data remains to an extent same, but we need to go into details. What exactly the up and downs. So in the first year 2014-15 we had lot of problem, but later tax revenue got improved, right? So what are the measures AP taken to save itself from the bifurcation? and how the budgetary resources, all the three developments we have to give in a perspective. We have to give a graph from 2014 to 16 onwards. Okay. Then analyze the impact of 14th Finance Commission recommendations and allocations on states' financial resources. Now, in the center's flow from the center, predominantly we have Finance Commission, devolution as well as grants in aid. So now grants in aid have actually been removed, done away by the Finance Commission. It's one of the recommendations. But 14th Finance Commission, which had improved the state share massively by about 10% to 42%, what is the impact with relevance to AP? That is also you have to see very carefully. Then evaluate the flow of central financial assistance. Very, very important question. What are the to Andhra Pradesh, and since bifurcation, what are the areas of conflict? This question is also expected here. Is increasing public debt a concern? Yes, AP has a very high quantum of public debt, which is almost 28% of its GDP. So what is the implications? Is debt necessary? How AP compares with the other states? For example, Telangana, where does we fix AP in the among the states in the public debt? రుణభారం అప్పుల భారం పెరిగిపోతుందా, మనకి ఎంతవరకు పెరుగుతోంది? దానికి మిగతా రాష్ట్రాలతో పోలిస్తే, నేషనల్ యావరేజ్తో పోలిస్తే మనం ఎక్కడ ఉంటాం? వాట్ ఈస్ ద వే అవుట్? అప్పులు తీరే మార్గం ఉందా? అసలు అప్పు మంచిదే కాదా? వీ హ్యావ్ తెలంగాణ సీఎం కేసీఆర్ who keeps talking about అప్పులు ఉంటే తప్ప, నా దగ్గర డబ్బులే, మీ దగ్గర డబ్బులే, ఎవరి దగ్గర డబ్బులే, like that he keeps speaking, but yes, to some extent governments need to borrow, but to what extent we can borrow? What is the upper ceiling? What is Reserve Bank of India saying in its analysis on state budgets? These are the except you have to write. Then review the fulfillment of conditions of AP bifurcation Act. Very simple but expected development here, expected question. So explain the mineral wealth of AP and its contributions to state revenue. Then discuss a new sand policy of Andhra Pradesh and river water disputes for AP with neighboring states and impacts. Friends, ఇందులో ప్రతి దాంట్లో కూడా you need to update as we speak today. How do we get more marks? You have to be very flexible in writing while making the main data as sacrosanct. Data అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అలా అని మైండ్లెస్గా ప్రతిదీ ఫిగర్స్ చేసి అన్ని తప్పులు వేసేసి చివరికి క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేసేసి ఫైనల్స్లీ జీరో చేస్తే మార్క్స్ రావు. రిలవెంట్ డేటా ప్రతి టాపిక్లోనూ ఒక డేటా టేబుల్ అనేది నేను మీకు ఇస్తాను మన క్లాసెస్ మొదలయ్యాక. ఆ డేటా టేబుల్ని మొత్తం ఏపీ ఎకానమీ ఐ విల్ ప్రొవైడ్ ఏ డేటా టేబుల్, కీ డేటా అబౌట్ 20-25 పాయింట్స్. అది రోజు ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేసినట్లయితే, ఇఫ్ యూ కీప్ రివైజింగ్ దట్ వన్ డే, ఆటోమేటికల్లీ యూ విల్ రిమెంబర్. సో డోంట్ గెట్ వరీడ్ అబౌట్ డేటా, బట్ ఆ డేటాని కూడా కాంటెంపరీతో లింక్ చేయాలి. నౌ వీ విల్ డిస్కస్ వన్ టాపిక్ టుడే, దట్ బడ్జెటరీ రిసోర్సెస్. ఇప్పుడు అది డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఈ బడ్జెటరీ రిసోర్సెస్లో ఎలా రాయాలి, ఎలా కరెంట్ దాంతో కనెక్ట్ చేయాలి అనేది మీకు చెప్తాను. సో ఫ్రెండ్స్, లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు ద ఫస్ట్ టాపిక్ నౌ, దట్ ఈస్ budgetary resources for AP. Now generally budgetary resources are why a topic on discussion on budgetary resources are important, because in today's with today's development agenda, and we have a lot of focus on sustainable development goals. That is also one topic which we will see, inclusive growth. The government spending is still has to be high. So with increasing government spending and lot of developmental agenda, where we still need to improve literacy, public health, and social infrastructure, budgetary resources becomes very, very important for any state, and as well as Andhra Pradesh also. And in budgetary resources have come to the focus since bifurcation in 2014, because AP had been facing increasing trouble because of the bifurcation. That's why we need to discuss AP budgetary resources. So for every question, first 2-3 lines you make it as a first para and bring out the importance of that question or the topic. ఇప్పుడు budgetary resources ఉంది. ఈ budgetary resources ఎందుకు important? Because of these 2 points, AP budget resources are under focus. Let us discuss the following aspects. Now, what are budgetary resources? Okay, there are 3 types of budgetary resources. I also told you that off budget or extra budget resources are also there. we are not including it here because the only question is only on budgetary resources. Topic is only on budgetary resources. So friends, we have three components of budgetary resources predominantly. One is own tax revenue, which is also tax revenue. State's tax revenue is definitely own, so you can say tax revenue. Then non-tax revenue, and the third one is flows from the center. Now this you see the scenario, as I said, we will capture the scenario for the last 3 years. Now what is tax revenue? First of all, let us see what is own tax revenue. We have sales tax as a part of this, we have GST, we have tax on motor vehicles, which is separate, then we have stamps and registration fee that government gets, and of course other minor components. As we speak today, GST accounted for 35% of state's tax revenue, and 37% came from the sales tax. This is how we need to understand the component of tax revenue for Andhra Pradesh. Now let us see what are the trends in the tax revenue. There is no choice, for this question, this area of budget question, you need to remember the figures. Now you see the trend. We do have some volatility in this. In 2017-18, the tax revenue of Andhra Pradesh was 49,813 crore, right? And in 18-19, it had gone up to 58,107 crore, and of course in 2019-20 we have 57,169 crore. So this is the tax revenue. Okay, you have to remember this definitely. Then let us look at the non-tax revenue also. In the non-tax revenue, we also see the volatility. Okay, for example, in 2017-18, we have 3,814 crores. In 18-19, it had gone up to 4,936 crore, and 19-20, again it was down to 3,324 crore. Now what is non-tax revenue at the end of the day? What are the main components? We have mines, minerals and forests, whatever revenue we accrue from this segment. Then we have education fees and other segments are non-tax revenue. Here there is huge scope for Andhra Pradesh to increase the non-tax revenue from mines and minerals. That is also an RBI suggestion to Andhra Pradesh that why don't you exploit mines and minerals more? Okay, so that is one area which we will also see later. So friends, while it is like this, the flow from the center, in fact had not gone up in any manner. There is also a volatility again in the flow from the center, as you could see. 2017-18, we have 51,249 crore. Then 18-19, we have 53,000 odd, and of course 19-20, we have 59,57 crore. So this is the broad picture of our budgetary resources for AP in the last 3 years. As you see, we do not have any substantial improvement in this revenue. In fact, it's almost at a very, very grim scenario, right? But on the other hand, friends, if you see the revenue expenditure, you can see in 3 ways. One is revenue expenditure, then capital outlays, as well as loans and advances. ఈ ఆదాయంలో పెద్దగా మార్పు లేకపోయినా ఆదాయ వనరుల్లో, బట్ ద రెవెన్యూ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ వాజ్ ఆన్ ఏ హయ్యర్ సైడ్. ఇన్ 2019-20, according to revised estimates, in 2019-20, the revenue expenditure was 1,37,595 crore. I have not mentioned here, you can take a note. Okay, in 2019-20, the revenue expenditure was 1,37,595 crore. The capital outlays were at 12,845 crore and loans and advances were 5,336 crore, 5,356 crore. So friends, you just see revenue or budgetary resources at one end of the spectrum, and at the another end you see the revenue expenditure, we see a massive mismatch. That is the serious problem. Now, what are the constraints and challenges? This is a direct question you can expect. Okay. Now, I was just telling you, you have to make things contemporary. You have to also write the current developments in the examination in your answer, based on your current affairs reading. Updation is the key to get marks in economy, friends. I also conduct test series, nowadays almost I have 500 students who are writing tests from different parts of the state now online, and offline students are also there in Hyderabad. So see, most of the people give data of 2019, 20, 18, 19, 18. This will not help us. You are writing exam in 2020. That too we have survey, we have budget. How can you give last year's data? It is not possible. You have to update and also make it contemporary. Now we have seen what are the budgetary resources. Now let us try to understand what are the budgetary constraints and challenges for Andhra Pradesh. First of all, friends, for everything we have to talk about bifurcation, because it is a very, very big blow to Andhra Pradesh state and people of Andhra Pradesh. Because it should have been planned. See, there was absolutely nothing wrong in having smaller states. It is also equally true that there was some developmental requirement for Telangana economy also, society also, but it should have been more planned and done in a judicious manner, not as a vote bank politics. The state has been bifurcated as a vote bank politics before elections. That is the problem, without any proper safeguards. So we have fiscal, social and economic stress due to bifurcation. That is one of the budgetary challenge. We also have a shrinking revenue base for the state, because before bifurcation and after bifurcation you compare, we have a major loss of revenue base, though AP was able to pick up the pace in revenue generation, but post bifurcation we have a shrinking revenue base. Then GST issues have never been addressed. Today, as you see, the center and states are fighting for GST related retribution, and even government market borrowings. The center is advising states to go for market borrowing. We have a new phase in central state fiscal relations now because of the GST related issues. So GST related issues have not been sorted out. If we are having 35% of states tax revenue from GST, any delays in GST retribution can seriously lead, and that is a present problem for states including Andhra Pradesh and of course as Telangana and other states. Then establishment costs are increasing. You see how much establishment costs have gone up for the government, AP government in the recent years, whether in the form of salaries, large number of recruitments have been done, which is good for the people of the state and young people like you. So establishment costs are also increasing. Loss of capital city is a big problem, and now expected. Of course, the new capital at Amaravati has been stalled, but if at all they are again building in Vizag also, it will be a problem. Loss of capital is not only building the capital cost, but the kind of associated infrastructure that was there in the erstwhile capital of Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad, was also a loss. Welfare commitments. In the last 1 year itself, you see a lot of welfare schemes have been brought in. YSS, Asara, Cheyuta, all Navaratnas. If you see entire Navaratnas, okay, of the YSRCP government, and the kind of welfare schemes, Raitu Bharosa, Asara, Cheyuta, have a separate class on recent government schemes anyway, as part of the syllabus also. So welfare commitments were increasing. So rising public debt. As I said, total state debt today, I mean last year and FY 1920 was 3 lakh 7,115 crore. This was almost 40,000 less, more than 50,000 less, 50,000 crore less in FY. This should be 1819. Okay, there is a small error here. It should be 1819. Please correct that. Then this includes 17,031 crore which we are inheriting from the bifurcation days, which has not been addressed. Interest payment is also very huge, that is 16,393 crore interest we have paid. And friends, this is very important. This is what I say, you contemporize your essays. COVID-19 pandemic, AP is spending 10 crore every day. Remember this huge expenditure, 10 crore every day, and to fight COVID. This is going to change entire financial situation of all the states, including AP, and COVID pandemic will become a big budget resources constraint for it, not only AP government, for all the governments. Increasing extra budget or off budget borrowings. Now what is extra budget or off budget borrowings? Whatever public sector enterprises owned by the state, if they are issuing bonds and trying to get money, it will actually come to government only. This is called extra budget or off budget borrowings. Then market borrowings also a concern. As I said, AP's market borrowings are 1,88,820 crore in FY20. Now what is the way forward? You should also understand this topic as a way forward. You should also write in the same way for this question. This is the purpose in explaining this syllabus and how questions can be asked. Now what is the way? If there is a question on what is budgetary constraints and what are the budgetary resources, what are constraints for Andhra Pradesh, you should end it by saying what is the way forward. అసలు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కి ఏ విధంగా ముందుకు పోవాలి అని చూస్తే RBI state finance latest analysis ప్రకారం AP need to increase non-tax revenues and garner more revenue from harnessing of mineral resources by roping in PPP model. Exploitation of minerals, there is a lot of scope in AP. We do have natural resources, even gas, oil and gas. So we need to take up more exploration by roping in private parties, and they can collect fees. This is what RBI has suggested. There is also need to cut down subsidies and unproductive welfare schemes that will not bring in capacity development. This is not my suggestion. This is also RBI governor's suggestion. Even YV Reddy, well-known economist and ex-RBI governor, also suggests this. Now welfare schemes are always good, friends. For they give lot of succor to the people. But at the same time, if you are not building capacity, how many days we are going to provide welfare schemes? Can we tell a day when we develop fully? Welfare schemes without capacity building is like allowing you to copy in the examination. If I were as a teacher, if I ask some student to write the test, he is unable to prepare, then I say no problem, I will give you slips or chiti ichi రాయం చేసాం అనుకోండి, ఆ పరీక్ష అయిపోతుంది, బట్ నాలెడ్జ్ వస్తుందా? సో వెన్ ఆర్ వి డెవలపింగ్? సో RBI says unproductive welfare schemes and subsidies which will not lead to any capacity building or becoming a big burden on the state governments, including AP. In fact, in AP we have a lot of welfare schemes. So a proper assessment has to be done whether all these are leading to any tangible development or capacity building or not. So friends, this is how you need to see. So this, whatever we have discussed in the budgetary resources, you can safely make an answer for this first question. Explain the budgetary resources for Andhra Pradesh and what are the challenges and constraints. Okay, you have data, you have analysis, and you can immediately make an answer with this and do practice writing. Okay, so this is how you need to see. So friends, ఈ విధంగా కనుక మనం ఏపీ ఎకానమీని మీరందరూ ముందుకు చదివినట్లయితే definitely you will get best marks. If you write this answer and with the analysis I have given, I can safely assure you very good marks. This is a very proven, and in fact I also teach economy for civil services. We have a lot of students for civil services who are in my batch. So good data, understanding of the concept and analysis. How do you structure the essay? This is how we are going to deal with this economy batch. I request all of you to join because the fee is very less because of COVID and other constraints, and with a view to help students we have done it. And please join. It will be definitely useful to you. There is absolutely no way you are getting this kind of classes honestly without any personal aggrandizement. గొప్పలు చెప్పుకోవడం కాదు, కానీ ఈ పద్ధతిలో చదివితే మీకు చాలా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది, చాలా మంచి మార్కులు వస్తాయి. ఇట్స్ వెరీ లెస్ గివెన్ ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అండ్ మెటీరియల్ యూ గెట్. ద ఫీ is very less, but it will give you a good opportunity. And please join. And tomorrow onwards class will be at 7 a.m. right? Tomorrow onwards class will be at 7 a.m. and no YouTube business from tomorrow. Please please see that whoever wants to join, they have to call us. After paying the fee, you will get access to the AP economy course in my website drsridharayas.com. Okay, 7 a.m. from tomorrow. And history module is already on, we just started it. That will be at 8 a.m. Okay, 7 a.m. AP economy, 8 a.m. AP history. Okay, thank you friends for listening today, and wish you good luck. Okay, and it will be purely English medium only from tomorrow. All the best. Thanks.